Hi, my name is Caleb McGregor, and today I will be presenting to you a presentation about automotive service technologies, or ASE. So, just to get started, what is ASE? ASE is Automotive Service Technologies. There's more than just ASE. There's auto body, which is like collision type stuff, and there's plenty of other ones, but I've chosen ASE. This is basically your everyday mechanic, but it goes deeper than that, and you figure out how to learn the insides and outs of cars and knowing, oh, this issue happened, this is what I have to do to fix it. Um, a lot of students that are in the ASE program are striving to work for a dealership or already work for a dealership, and they want to move higher up in that dealership ladder to where they become a head tech instead of, say, a lube tech. So lube techs only do oil changes, and a head tech does the bigger issues, and they make more money. A lot of students, however, also want to go a different route. So working on high performance cars, if that's high horsepower, going down a straight line in a quarter mile in less than 8 seconds is something that's it's very popular for drag racing applications. And then also, say like the Pikes Peak hill climb, those cars are built to go up hills and turns fast, and that's also another very popular thing to go into. Why I chose ASE? The reason I chose it is because of how stable of a job it is. When you think about it, there will always be a need for uh, mechanics to fix cars. Even if you have Teslas and Priuses and all that, they're not fixed automatically, and they break just like every other car. There's no robot that fixes them automatically, and I don't think anytime in the near future there will be a robot that can do the same thing as a human, because I don't believe that we'll ever in the near future have robots that are capable of conclusion making when it comes to car related issues. As stated by ASE.com, which is the highest standard of the automotive program, the smarter the cars become, the smarter the technicians will have to become as well, and there's no possible way to automate this process as of yet. ASE pass face value. When you look at a mechanic, or you take your car to a shop to have a mechanic fix it, it usually looks pretty grungy if it's not a dealership, and you're like, okay, whatever, these people are kind of dirty, I'll have them fix my car and I'll get out of here. But it goes beyond wrench turning and doing oil changes and all your normal day stuff, tire rotations. So let's take your radio for example. You turn your car on today and you wanted to play a station and your radio doesn't turn on your way to work. And so you call a shop and you take it in and you have it fixed and you go on your way. What you don't know is that the mechanic just doesn't. It's not just he replaces the radio. He's learned theories. Sorry, he's learned theories in electricity for years on end, and this practice has allowed him to test for more things than just, oh, your radio's broken, and he actually finds the issue instead of just replacing it. So more on the radio example. When you give your car to the shop, they fix it. The tech doesn't just go, oh, radio's broken, let me replace it. You have to confirm the issue, and then verify it, and then you have to fix it. So when it's a radio, for example, usually you have a fuse in the radio, and that's where they'll usually start. If they have power at the fuse, they know that the fuse is fine, and they start to trace the wire up to the radio, or more than one wire, obviously, but for the simple matter of it, they trace the wire up to the radio and find out where that wire is losing voltage. If it's not losing voltage, then they go, because in direct current for voltage, your power has to go somewhere. It can't go back through the wire, so it has to go to a ground, and they'll go test that ground. What he is using in this test is called Ohm's law. This is the relationship between voltage, amperage, and ohms, which voltage is the power, amperage is a bit more complicated to explain. It's like how much force the power has, and then ohms is how much resistance it has. So I've just scratched the surface. but I only have 4 to 6 minutes today, so I'm not gonna bore you anymore with this. But there's a lot more than what meets the eye to ASE. You usually just, a normal person just takes their car to the dealership and gets it fixed. But hopefully you've learned a bit more today of why being a mechanic is harder of a job than it seems, and why it's not just wrench turning and oil changes. Thank you.